And don't act like you don't know what I mean, because every time is our time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. It is that time. It is that time, like the man told you off the top. Nefarious Media, we are back, surprise, on a random Wednesday evening. And we are here. We are here to talk about something that could be fantastic, perhaps. Maybe that's a word I'll just use, apropos of nothing, Brittany Monet.
I mean, could be fantastic, marvelous, who knows, something around those lines.
Okay, I see what you're putting down. But yes, Brittany Monet and I are here, and we're joined by Ray Williams, security guard turned super producer, two-way Ray in the building.
Oh, that's when I do this. Oh,
yeah, that's
hello.
when you do that, Ray Williams.
Hello,
the ever-loving producer himself, old blue eyes Ray Williams.
Always a pleasure to be joined with you guys, and very, very good wordplay by you, Miss Monet. I know I didn't realize you. Not only are you such a brilliant voice actor, but you're also a poet, and I didn't even know it.
That's what we do. Everybody here got hidden talents, hidden figures. I'm telling you, we all like Taraji and them ladies that was back in the day helping Kevin Costner and the white people make the NASA astronauts get up in space. I barely saw that movie once on an airplane. Now, don't get me to tell you the plot of Hidden Figures. That's not the movie we're here to review, Brittany, but we are here to talk about some other people going into space. And this is a special occasion because this is the very first reaction video that we have ever done with Kings of Sport or Nefarious Media. And so for a special occasion, Ray Williams, I know it's tough. Times is tough out there, Ray Williams. And sometimes you need a little pick-me-up. And not to get too much into my backstory, but I had a rough day. But you know what got me through the day, Ray Williams? Two things got me through the day. Number one, I knew that at the end of the day, I was going to review this trailer, react to this trailer with Brittany Monet, something we've been trying to get together for a while, but couldn't because somebody, I ain't going to say her name, somebody kept watching the trailers before we could watch them together. But again, I'm not going to say nobody's name. That would be unfair to her. I'm not going to do it. But the other thing, Ray, that I knew I had waiting for me when I got home in the refrigerator, and I don't even really drink these like that, like talking about it, man, had me an ice cold Arizona green tea. And you know what? There's a lot of things going on in the country, Brittany Monet, a lot of things with our leadership, a lot of things going on overseas. But the one thing they can never take from you is Arizona green tea. They might tell you, Brittany Monet, that they're going to charge you $2.75 for it. Ray Williams, they might tell you that they're going to charge you $4.44 for this fantastic Arizona green tea. But I say no, Ray Williams. Some point you got to stand up for yourself because I will only pay ever 99 damn cents for the Arizona green tea because it's on the can, Ray. It's on the can.
And it's not like the Dollar Tree charging you $1.50 for stuff.
I ain't had one of these in a while, and apparently there's different logos and stuff from the last time I drank one of these. So, Brittany Monet, I'm glad we can do this. While I will cede the floor to you, my friend, while I enjoy a sip of this delicious beverage. But have you been excited for this trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps?
Well, I think I have aired my thoughts a lot on the Fantastic Four through the MCU. As much as I said I love all four of those actors individually, I still feel like they are the safe casting choices. That doesn't mean they're necessarily going to do bad jobs in the roles. I just feel like it's the safe and easy kind of picks. The only one that I've said that really excites me is Ebon, the one who plays cousin on
one
on
who's
the
playing
Bear.
a thing.
Yes. He's the only one that I was like kind of like excited for. Like I love Vanessa Kirby a lot. She's like really one of my favorite actresses from like the actresses who kind of cropped up in the last like 10 to 15 years. But yeah, and obviously everyone loves Pedro Pascal, and what's his name was cool on Stranger Things and in Gladiator 2 as well. But yeah, I just feel like they were safe choices. So I guess that's also why it was easier this time around for me to be like, yeah, I can wait till me and Jane actually can get together and like watch
Wow,
it.
don't give me your pity trailer reactions, Brittany Monet. Don't do that. I'll do this one with Nate because Thunderbolts. I'm watching that 2 seconds after the trailer drops.
No, Thunderbolts, that was the one that I said I was actually trying to hold off for, even though I wanted to see it. But then when I either saw Wicked or Gladiator 2, when I did my double feature of those, one of the movies it played before it, so I was like, oh well, okay. So that wasn't my choice. And then Daredevil, I just love Daredevil so much.
Yeah. Ray Williams, the betrayal, like. I felt, I'm sure you've seen, we're talking about a cinematic universe here with Marvel. I'm sure you've seen part of the Wayans family cinematic universe. One of their movies, White Chicks, man. There's a scene, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen White Chicks, the cinematic classic. There's a scene, the 20-year-old classic. Yes, we're celebrating the anniversary, Ray. Add that to the movies on the list that we're going to watch eventually one day with Ray Williams. We'll do a White Chicks live watch. But White Chicks, there's a scene at the end of the movie, spoiler alert again, where Terry Crews, who plays this stereotypical athlete who likes to go bunny hopping, as Dr. Umar would say, he somehow is led to believe that Marlon and Shawn Wayans are actually the titular White Chicks, and he has sort of a brief courtship with Marlon Wayans, and at the end of the movie, Marlon Wayans saves him from a bullet, and Marlon Wayans removes the white chick face mask, and Terry Crews is just sitting there, just like, I can't believe this. You're, and Marlon Wayans is like, yeah, I'm a man. I'm sorry, dog. And he's like, no, you're not white. The betrayal. Get away from me. That's how I felt when I hit Brittany up when the Daredevil Born Again trailer came out a little while ago. I was like, yo, Cap, the trailer's about to pop off. You want to react to this? And Britt was like, well, I've actually watched it a couple times. And I was like, Brittany, the last time we talked about a trailer, we was going to save it to review or react to it for the channel. And Brittany was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was just sitting there like Terry Crews, the betrayal. Didn't somebody tell you this was an all-white party?
That's crazy you bring up that movie because we were literally talking about it at work the other day. So
White Chicks, it's not a great movie, like don't get it twisted, but it's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie to reference. I was upset that I couldn't find our restroom cleaner, which is like, it's honestly our bleach. They just call it restroom cleaner, though we use it to clean almost everything. And I was like, where is it? And then my coworker was like, I don't know. And I was like, I'm about to have a BF.
There was a guy that we had, speaking of security guards, maybe he was part of Ray Williams' union. So like there's a dude that worked at the parts store next to my automotive shop. And and we're gonna get to the reaction. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen. We just haven't talked to each other all day. And spoiler alert, full disclosure, we don't know how to do these damn reactions because it's the first one. So he works next door part-time at the parts shop, but also he does security on the side. And he's like, think of Ray Williams. I don't know how tall Ray Williams is, but I imagine Ray's probably like, I'm gonna say you like a good 5'10", Ray. Is that accurate? Close to accurate?
Yeah, sure. We could go with that.
Hey, be proud, short king. I'm right here with you, Ray. We are short but mighty, brother. But this dude had to be like at least 6'2", 6'3". And my manager, every time, so my manager's African American, but every time she would need something from next door, she would and like we had all sorts of names for this brother. He was Luke Cage at times. He was he was Shamar Moore at times, which didn't really fit because he wasn't light skinned. But then one day, we needed some heavy rotors for like a big Ford F-350, one of them big trucks, and so the rotors themselves weigh like I'd say maybe 15 pounds a piece. And so we had to get brakes and rotors for that. So I was gonna go get him. She's like, no, let Luke Cage bring him by. I'm like, okay. So homie brings the parts over, and she's sitting there when he brings them in. She's like, well, what a beautiful chocolate man. And I'm like, you set this up just to get that white chicks reference off. Like I'm disappointed, but I'm also proud of the commitment to the bit. But the commitment that we're talking about tonight, Ray Williams, is a commitment to do our first ever trailer reaction. And Brittany, like I don't know how many of these you watch, but I love watching these, whether we're talking about like Married to the Real Rejects, Mama's Geeky, Chainsaw Reacts. There's a bunch of good reviewers out there, man. Everybody except for Tyrone Magnus. And people of Tyrone Magnus's ilk. If you do not know who Tyrone Magnus is, congratulations. But if Ray, judging by your reaction, Ray, I think you know who that man is.
I have no idea.
Okay, so Tyrone Magnus, to me, he is the Anakin Skywalker, Brittany Monet. These reaction viewers, because it's like when he started out, I was like, yo, this is you got a black dude that's out here talking about this geek stuff, like, and this was you're talking about 6-7 years ago where it wasn't as commonplace, right? I'm like, that's positive. That's positive for the community. And then about 3 years ago, I don't know if somebody put something in his COVID vaccine or something. This brother just went cuckoo, and now it's like everything's woke and Marvel's just welcome to the MCU. Am I right, fellas? And it's just stepping fetching it all around the world. Don't get me started on this brother, man, because every time I look at him, I'm like, you were supposed to be the chosen one, man. Now you're just limbless on the ground in Mustafar. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I don't know how this turned into a Tyrone Magnus thing. We ain't talking about Tyrone Magnus tonight. We talking about these Fantastic Fours. So what we gonna do again? We have Akasan. Akasan is another great reviewer. Akasan, Real Rejects, those are good reviewers. Blind Wave, good reviewers. There's a lot of really good reaction reviewers, and yeah, like I can get lost, Brittany. I think that's where my whole point was before we got off on the Tyrone Magnus tangent. Like I can watch the trailer, but then watching a bunch of these reaction, like I think there's like a family that reacts to videos and stuff. Struggle Nation. Those are some good reviews too. But like I could just go down a rabbit hole, Brittany, because the trailer's only like 2 minutes or so. And so watch like 15 different reactions in a half hour, 45 minutes. And they're always good. Previews. Shout out to Jake and Adam on Preview. I think it's Jay, not Jake. Jay and Adam. But yeah, so like these are good things, man. So I hope we do a good job with this one. If not, we're gonna have fun with it. But again, this is the first time we're doing this. Ray is still learning the technology. Brittany and I don't know nothing about these copyright laws. So what we gonna do, the way we gonna do it is Ray, Brittany, and I will be on the left side of your screen, on your left cap. The trailer will be in the actually will be like a quarter of the screen on the left. The rest of the 3/4 of your screen is going to be the trailer for this Fantastic Four First Steps. And we'll see if Marvel and Feige is like, hey, appreciate y'all for doing this reaction, or Feige is like, somebody put these people back in their place. For messing with Papa Feige on these streets. I know it's your
I don't need the Marvel snipers coming for us. Yeah. Either way.
Look, I have to pull out my one yearly favor from Marcus Vanderberg. Like, save us, Marcus.
Yeah.
Mickey got them shooters, dog.
Tell the mouse to stand down, please.
We was just making content, Marcus. We wasn't profiting from it. Yeah, so we are getting ready to react to the trailer. We're going to go through it 2 times. So the first time, just instant reactions. We're going to talk about it for a bit, and then we're going to run it back one more time. So Ray Williams, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Brittany Monet, are you ready?
As ever I can be.
People watching, are you ready? I think that's a yes. So let's go, because this is the Nefarious Media Network reaction to the official trailer for The Fantastic Four, semicolon, First Steps, in theaters, July 25th, 2025. This is exciting, Ray. Okay.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Okay.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
Looks good.
Okay. Is this guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
Okay.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has
Okay.
always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Okay, I'm kind of digging this aesthetic. Oh,
As a family.
okay. Okay. I've got some initial thoughts. And we are gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back. But just off the top, Britt, what stood out to you from that trailer?
It reminds me of like in the 50s or 60s, how they had like their idea of what a futuristic America would look like, where it's basically like the Jetsons, or like where it was still like the 50s aesthetics, but obviously like, oh, things hover, and it looks like that, if that makes sense, like that type of like 50s 60s era. That's what it looks like to me in terms of like setting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about yet the look of the Thing.
Okay, we'll talk about the Thing, because I've got some thoughts on Thing.
Yeah, I just feel like in terms right now, like again, the only one who I feel like, even though it's mainly voiceover, unless he is doing motion caption as well, I think Ebon is still like the stronger actor that they've cast in this role, that like feels like, okay, yeah, they're doing something a little spicy here.
Okay, so for me, the two or three things that stood out to me just on that initial watch was, number one, yes, the aesthetic, like kind of that Art Deco, like that future 50s look. I kind of dig it. I think Thing looked good. I think Thing looked good. And Ray, when we go through it the second time, I want you to be able to pause it at certain moments.
Gotcha.
So we can kind of look at some certain things. But I think when we look at Thing, Britt, he's smaller, like as small as the Thing could be when you compare him to how like Michael Chiklis's Thing looked.
Yeah.
He's not as beefy. He's not as much of a beefy boy. He's still thick with two C's, but he ain't as beefy.
I think it's also more, they use more practical
with
effects
Chiklis,
on Chiklis than like it being more CGI.
I'm trying to think. The sad thing about Fan Forstic is I know, like, he was one of the best parts of the movie, but I can't remember for the life of me what Fan Forstic Thing looked like as a comparison point.
I remember very well. It very much looked like someone who it looks like it's actually someone there and not a like CGI creation, basically.
So you're saying this thing looks a little too CGI?
Mm-hmm. At least right now, I don't know if they're still working out the kinks, because sometimes, like, that's a Marvel thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I still feel like, in terms of what I can tell from just acting, just from his voice alone, that again, he sounds the most like solid to me. But
rock.
yeah, But I love Vanessa Kirby. She's so gorgeous. Like she's great. She's great. Who cares?
So for me, Britton, again, the aesthetic, and that includes the thing. I think the thing works for me, at least on first look. The second thing is it appears, at least going by the trailer, that we're not going to get an origin story. If we do, it'll be something really quick at the top.
Yeah.
Which is good because we've had 2 Fantastic Four movies already establishing who these people are. And you can kind of streamline that for today's audience. But then the last thing, Ray Williams, when we talked about the Royal Rumble, one of the things Chris did was, man, you got to look at how people slide into the poster. At the end of the trailer, you saw that man slide into the scene, Brittany Monet. This man Galactus on these streets. They ain't even playing. They ain't even waiting until Fantastic Four 2 for this man Galactus. They said, you going to get him right now. We ain't got to wait for the rise of the Silver Surfer, Brittany Monet, because Galactus is here.
Would they bring back Lawrence Fishburne?
It's like, you sound a lot like Bill Foster. But that's interesting to me, because one of the things I stayed off of social before we did this reaction, Britt, because I didn't want to be spoiled. So I was, in my mind, I'm like, are we going to get a glimpse of RDJ?
That's what I was wondering too, but they're probably saving that for like the other movie.
So I wonder, because I guess it's been confirmed that Marvel is going to have at least 2 spots for Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm assuming if they do run a Fantastic Four spot on Sunday, it won't be this.
I hope not. I hope it's something.
Because why wouldn't you just wait like 4 days and put it on the game? So maybe we get a new Fantastic Four spot. And then for the other one, do you think they give us Thunderbolts, or do you think they give us a Cap trailer? The final Cap trailer?
Maybe a final Cap trailer, or maybe Thunderbolts. I don't know. Or who knows? They might have a secret project that no one knows about, and it could be something like that.
Wesley Snipes is back as Blade again. I told you there's only one Blade. I'm torn, Britt, because I want it to be Thunderbolts, just because I like the vibe of the first couple of trailers we got, and I'd like to see that movie, them start to get into promo mode for that movie. But I also just kind of want them to go all in with Cap for just to like at least try to push it over the top.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen marketing at least for the last month for the movie, particularly watching sports. But like, to me, it's like you're never going to have as many eyeballs as you're going to have watching as you are on Super Bowl Sunday. And to me, I'd add that. Matter of fact, I don't know what slots they've purchased, but like if you had one right before Kendrick or right after Kendrick, that's where I'd put Sam.
Yeah, I agree. That would be the ultimate choice. I'll be at work all day Sunday, so I will not get to see anything until later. But I hope that they do a decent spot if they are doing Cap for it. Thunderbolts, I feel like it can go either way. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like in general, like the movie industry is not marketing movies as well as they used to. So like a lot of things people just don't know about. Even I think some of the bigger movies where you're like, I don't know, they're not giving the marketing like they used to.
Yeah. At least Anthony Mackie is out here trying to do his part wearing the Gordon Gartrell shirt on these late night talk shows. We salute you, Captain America. Ray Williams, let's run that trailer back one more time. Ray is like, I'm doing stuff back here, man. I'm just all right, so Fantastic Four. We're going to run it back again.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
All right.
I'll be the judge of that.
Pause it, Ray. All right. So here we got a closer look at Ben Grimm, the thing. So I kind of see what you're talking about in terms of the CGI, Britt, but it looks I don't know how to say this, but it's not as real as Chickless being practical, or as real as I remember the Last Thing being. But he doesn't feel out of place in this universe.
Yeah, he also looks more like from the cartoon that was playing back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he looks like to me, which isn't like entirely bad, but I think I just love the practicality so much of Chickless that that's a hard contender for me. But again,
we got Herbie on these streets. Like my man Herbie ain't got a check off one of these Fantastic Four movies since the early 2000s.
And he's not fully loaded.
Oh, I wonder. Like, see, you could do a whole spinoff with Herbie. He's like, I really want to be a car, and then Lindsay Lohan shows up for some damn reason.
Yes, in Batman.
Yes. But no, I like it, Britt. Like I like, again, we'll see once we get more trailers or once we get closer to the actual film.
You know what I will say though, upon watching this back, because we're still kind of in that part, the way that Pedro Pascal says we always show up for family dinner at 7 no matter what feels more sinister.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's like supposed to be, but it feels a little bit more sinister actually, like listening to it more this time around.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's some like, I don't know if they're doing like something different or like they're in some weird like, I don't know. He just seems a little bit sinister when he says that. So I was just like,
Yeah, and this trailer doesn't give us, like, it does a good job of giving us the aesthetics of this world that they're living in, which we've already confirmed is not, the mainline MCU universe. But they're not showing us how the world is in relationship to this team.
Yeah.
Like, we don't see them interacting with the people, really. We don't see the press. Like do they love the Fantastic Four in this universe?
I don't know, but I would think so because of that other thing they posted that wasn't the trailer, where those kids running to the screen and being excited. So I'm assuming that they're liked.
So they're essentially what would happen when they come to when they come to the mainline MCU is they're going from a world where superheroes are beloved, or at least they're beloved, to a world where it depends on where you land.
Yeah, that could be it.
All right, let's go back to this trailer, Ray Williams.
Okay, is this guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic, not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay.
July 25th.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn
backstory.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock.
What do you think of the pause it, Ray?
Johnny is.
What do you think of the Human Torch effect, Britt?
It's okay.
It's okay.
But I feel like it was just like a brief second, so it's like harder to give that when you're really like, I feel like it's harder because it's just like a split second.
So see if you can get a good freeze frame on him, Ray. But I think they've gotten to the point right now where like whether it's the because even I think the effect they had for Johnny in Fantastic, even though that's a terrible movie, worked pretty well, and what they did with Chris Evans in Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert if you still haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, or Daredevil and Wolverine, as Brittany Monet would call it. Brittany was like, how dare you? Okay, Ray with the slow-mo. Like, I think they've gotten the Human Torch effect to a point where it's kind of hard for it to look terrible. Like, I don't know if it's going to look great, but like it's a serviceable effect.
It doesn't look bad at the moment.
Brittany Monet's Fantastic Four, First Steps. It doesn't look bad at the moment. Put that on page one, Variety.
No. But I do oh my gosh. What's his name?
That's playing Human Torch.
Joe. Is it Joe?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No. Oh my God.
Joe.
Well, him.
Piscopo.
Joseph Quinn. There we go.
Joseph Quinn. I was close.
I think he looks very much like I don't know, a 60s like blonde bad boy, I guess. Like he has that look down. So I feel like the costuming in terms of like the era and like I said, like we've established like the set design and everything feels very like they understand the world that at least it's in. Yeah. But it's just I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think it looks too bad as right now in the flame.
All right, let's keep it going, Ray Williams.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here.
Okay.
Whatever life throws at us, face it together.
Okay. That car looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think it's hovering.
Pause it, Ray Williams. Go back.
What a shot.
Galactus looking down at the Statue of Liberty. I could make a political. I'll say I could make a political comment here, Brittany, but I'm trying to refrain. People are like, I need an escape from politics. Oh, I guess not. Also, go back a little bit to who was my man that looked all haggard. That's somebody.
Honestly, he looked like Ian McKellen.
That's somebody. Who is that?
It's not Ian McKellen.
Somebody like I know him. I can't place him though.
Look like John Malkovich.
Yes.
Ray Williams. That's why you making all these producer bucks, Ray Williams. That's why you got the company Lexus, Ray. So we got John Malkovich. Do you have any idea who he may be playing, Britt?
I feel like he's really good at playing like bad guys, even though I think some people are used to him from like this is a long time ago, but of Mice and Men.
Wow.
But I think he's really good at playing like villains that kind of like get under your skin and make you feel nasty. I feel like maybe he's in that realm, but also maybe the guy of wisdom because he literally has like a white beard. So I don't know. Well,
how old is John Malkovich? If you can look that up for us, Ray. While you're juggling all these production tasks, because I want to throw out a fan theory because I didn't watch the trailer, but I did see somebody like I couldn't miss it. Like the one piece of fan theory that snuck through, because somebody was like, "What if John Malkovich is the actual Victor Von Doom?" And the Victor Von Doom we get in Doomsday and so on and so forth is a variant Victor Von Doom. Just for the purposes of those films, and then this is the actual Victor Von Doom that we get going forward after RDJ.
Potentially. I thought
it was an interesting theory, but it also feels like if you were going to do that, I think, and again, how old is John Malkovich, right?
That's why I was like, I don't want to be ageist about it, but I feel like you would have cast a slightly younger Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, it said he was born in December 1953, so about 72 or 71.
Okay, I mean he still could have a good 5'10". I mean, not that I'm wishing death on John Malkovich.
Yeah,
but like he could act into his 80s, but it's just, is that something he wants to sign up for long term? So yeah, my thing, Brittany, was it's an interesting theory, but I feel like if you were gonna do that, you would have like somebody maybe in their 40s or 50s that you could get a little bit more mileage out of.
Yeah, especially because I always picture Victor being around the same age as like Reed and like Sue. So I think
he loved him some Sue Storm.
That's why I was like, it'd be someone a little younger
Everybody, that's one of the craziest things about comics, man. Everybody be after this woman Sue Storm, man. You got Dr. Doom, you got Namor. Reed Richards is like that one scene from the 5 Heartbeats, if you've ever seen it, Brittany and Ray, where like the JT from the 5 Heartbeats flirts with some girl in the club, and then her husband comes in. And he's like, every night I got to fight to prove my love for you.
Oh,
that's Reed Richards every day of his life. Like they gotta get these elastic hands because they messing with my woman. Leave her alone no more. She can't even swim no more. What y'all gonna do in the ocean, brother?
Speaking of elastic hands, we pretty much got scenes of pretty much everybody in action with their powers except for
Reed.
Mr. Fantastic. So what do you guys think about that?
he's the fake one.
Do you think it's just a CGI thing right now, Britt, that they haven't shown it to us yet?
It could be, and they want it to look as good as possible because they know everyone's going to want to see the thing right away, so they have to have something ready.
Yeah. And Johnny Storm is kind of like we said, it's kind of hard at this point to kind of mess it up terribly. So you can at least put a serviceable Johnny Storm out, and then all he is just bubble filter number 3, just bloop.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, though, there's something very sinister about the way he says the family dinner line, and the way he looks and the way they pan to him. It also feels at the same time like I know he's like it looks like he's showing someone around, but it also feels kind of like he's talking into the camera more than like who he's with, if that makes sense.
Maybe it's because and I think there was a snippet of that scene where you talking about the kids gathered around the TV that we saw in the trailer cap. Maybe this is part of like the Fantastic Four PR campaign, and he's like invited them like a day with America's favorite superheroes.
Yeah, that could be it. It could be something like that because it just feels very weird in that scene, and not in like a they're not acting good type of way. Like it genuinely feels like it's intended to be kind of weird and unsettling. In that part.
So Brittany says Mr. Fantastic might be a villain. Ray Williams, do you think that's a bit of a stretch, brother?
I mean, it could just be someone else. Maybe if they're gonna go with the whole different people in bodies or whatever, who knows? Maybe with the storm they get caught in when they're doing their thing up in space, like there's a body switch and it's maybe someone else in there. So
Marvel is so crazy right now because I saw the other day Ray Williams. They talking about maybe bringing this man Jonathan Majors back in the game.
It's a rumor, though. I don't know if it was him, but it's a rumor.
Yeah, it's a rumor I saw, but apparently they 2 years later, finally they dropped the first trailer for that Magazine Dreams joint, and everybody seems to love it. And I saw a snippet of it. I haven't seen the full trailer, but it's like this could be his way back in.
Yeah, I think that this was one of the times where like they could have dropped their we only recast if there's like contract disputes or a death. I think they could have recasted the character to begin with and not having to go through this whole now we're gonna have Robert Downey Jr. come back and not that I don't like Robert Downey Jr., but it's just I don't know. They could have recast. This is the one time where I feel like they could have recast. Nothing against Jonathan Majors' acting ability, because I genuinely think he's a great actor. But I don't know. It's hard with domestic
He's
violence.
A great actor and a time traveler. I didn't know Brittany was going there right when I was dropping my joke, and now that it's incongruous.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say. I hate to make it all serious, but I don't know, with domestic violence cases, sometimes the wrong person doesn't it goes, I don't know. I don't want to say one way or the other and be wrong about what the actuality is, because just because something was found in court does not always mean that's the truth of the situation,
And in reality, there's always 3 sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth. And so the truth is probably there's probably culpability on both sides for what happened.
Potentially. So I don't know. I just feel like they could have just recasted him, maybe with like Coleman Domingo. You know, for someone who has that kind of acting like gravitas, I think. But if he's coming back, I don't know. It's gonna be like,
it's gonna be weird because they basically just shuttered the whole
yeah
run up, and then like, oh, Kang still got some game left. Come on back to the team, Kang. Even though we switched all the plays that we called for you.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think. Like, I don't know. I understand they were trying to pivot within the situation that they had as maybe as best as they thought they could. But yeah, I don't know.
They didn't know that trailer was gonna hit like that. Like damn. That's all it took. It was a good trailer. Like I said, I seen snippets of it and it looked interesting, but it's like, well, damn. This man is a time traveler for real. Again, shout out to this man. He is the true time traveler. He's not the time traveler from 2005 on IG, Ray Williams. You're not gonna see Jonathan Majors selling bootleg DVDs. But let's get back to this trailer one last time, Ray Williams.
Gotcha.
Fantastic Four. First steps. Okay. Woo! That last shot is great. That's a fact. What do you feel about that, Brittany? That musical thing. Pause it, Ray. What do you feel about that musical thing, Britt? That Fantastic Four.
It's not bad. Like again, like I think maybe they are doing some type of TV stuff within their universe or movie or something, because it feels like they're showing off for other people and not fully maybe established as a superhero team like that. I don't know. It feels a little like maybe they're being controlled in a way, and maybe the first steps means it's going to be their first steps on their own, and not like doing PR stuff, and not like, you know, oh, let's go pretend and save the cat in the tree type of thing. You know, like maybe they're actually doing like.
Do you think in this world the Fantastic Four are an independent group of heroes, or are they working with the government?
Potentially working with the government, because that just feels like there feels something very like propaganda PR, like said, welcome to our little home. Like it feels like very calculated at the moment. So I don't know. I like I want to see what's going on a little. You know, I mean, they do have me intrigued. I'm not gonna be 100% like, oh, this movie looks terrible. You know. So they do have me intrigued. I want to see what's going on, and what if it is some weird like you know, TV thing going on, or maybe they're being held hostage and that's why they're trying to like send messages like, hey, no matter what.
Okay, Ray. I'm about to take this to a whole new dimension. If Nate Milton was writing the Fantastic Four first steps, the way that you end this movie and transition them to this new universe, and this goes into Brittany's theory about recasting Kang, right? So this whole movie is basically the Fantastic Four being used as propaganda for the United States government, right? Ray Williams, they're trying to control the masses through what they see in their television screens. You know, this is the time back in the 50s and 60s when TV really started popping off as the preeminent medium in America. And so at the end of the movie, Fantastic Four is like, man, we've been used as puppets by the government this whole time, man. Galactus told us the truth, man. He was like, man, ain't no justice here, man. Y'all need to come roll with me. And they're like, we don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, Kang comes through a portal, Brittany Monet, sees the Fantastic Four on all these TV screens. He turns around. You think it's going to be Jonathan Majors, but wait a minute, Ray Williams. It's not Jonathan Majors. It is 5-time 2025 Grammy Award winner Kendrick Lamar. And he looks at the screen and he's like, turn this TV off, bang. And then that's how they get transported to the MCU proper. You're welcome, Kevin Feige. I just gave you $1 million idea. Subscribe to the Patreon, Feige.
Insane.
You must have been waiting so long to get that Kendrick Lamar joke.
It just came to me, Ray. It manifested. It just came to me. Just Kendrick Lamar just walking around the Fantastic Four's house while Ben Grimm and Herbie are making dinner, and they making hot dogs or something. He's like, y'all ain't got no mustard.
Stop.
Was there anything after the title? Like, did they give us a little button at the end or a stinger?
No.
I don't think they did.
No, just
Fantastic Four. Welcome to the family, July 25th. Go watch that movie.
I feel like there has to be some level of PR propaganda going on within their little universe that they're at. Because it does feel a little like unsettling.
Okay. All right. So that was our thoughts about Fantastic Four. We're going to give it a review here in a second. But if y'all have any thoughts, man, leave them in the comments. I saw we had a couple comments already. But again, this is the first reaction video we're doing.
Someone said the MCU needs more thick boys like Thing. Yeah.
Okay. So Thing and M'Baku on these streets, and Namor was a little thick, you know. But we gonna give this trailer a rating, Brittany Monet, on a scale of 1 to 4. 1 being 4 being this is fantastic. I'm gonna take my first steps to the movie theater based off of this trailer. On a scale of 1 to 4, Brittany Monet, what would you give this trailer?
I'll say a 3.
3? Okay. So it's got you intrigued.
It's definitely got me intrigued because I'm like, what's going on here? But obviously, you know me, there's still some things that I'm like, I don't know.
Ray, I know you couldn't really hear the trailer because you were producing, but did you see enough of it to give it a grade?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with 2.5. Right?
Ooh.
Because I think since with this being the teaser trailer, it's still like it's giving you a little bit of the foundation, but it's not throwing too much at you. But I still want to know like how things come together, and like you said, with Disney possibly having 2 ad spots for the Super Bowl, I think one of those will be like an extended, like the first extended trailer.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Realistically, Ray, so Ray's going 2.5, Britt went 3. Because realistically, I'm not going to say that I was underwhelmed by the trailer, but I also wasn't blown away.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't feel teased.
Yeah, like there's some interesting things in here. Like, what the hell is John Malkovich doing? What is the role of the Fantastic Four within this universe, their universe? What's like, when does Galactus show up? Like, that's a pretty big thing to put in your very first movie, literally and figuratively. So I could go a lot of ways with this, Ray. I could go with a Fantastic Four off rip. I could go with a terrific 3. I could go with a tumultuous 2 or a honorary 1. But I think I'm gonna give this. I'm torn because I think it's better than a 2. It's better than a 2.5 in my opinion, but I can't quite give it a 4. I think I'm with Britt. Britt on this. I'll give it a 3. Like, I like the visuals. I like the aesthetic of this universe that they're setting up. The car looks sweet. Like I said, thing worked for me in this trailer. Johnny Storm, like the flame on effects, they work for me. But it does have, like, especially when he's in his uniform, it kind of looks like the Fantastic Four cartoon from back in the day. I think Brian Austin Green voiced Johnny Storm on that one.
Like, what was that, the 60s?
Well, no. So there was a cartoon in the 60s, but there was also one like in the when did Beverly Hills 90210 pop? That was like mid 90s, right?
Yeah,
the mid 90s. So it was after his Beverly Hills 90210 run, I think, when he tried to be a rapper and that didn't really work. So I want to say like mid to late 90s, there was a Fantastic Four cartoon. It was like a 1-season show.
I only remember watching the one from the 60s, like on
if you watch
Cartoon
anything
Network
of the 90s Fantastic Four cartoon, there's a clip of Johnny Storm rapping Flame On, and it is ridiculous. Like, apparently he's trying to impress this girl named Melinda, and he's just like, this is for you, Melinda. And there's like this, they're in some banquet, and there's like a symphony playing, and then he just starts rapping and turns into the Human Torch while he's rapping. And it's this is weird. But it's like, yeah, go watch the Johnny Storm Fantastic Four cartoon Flame On rap. It's amazing. And it sounds like it's like the Far Side. It's that kind of rap. Like this New York family and he's rapping like he's from the Bay Area. Somehow it worked because it was the 90s, kids. But yeah, I'll give it a 3 along with Britt. I'm interested. I'll definitely go see it, but like it and this is gonna be strange to say because Fantastic Four is such a prominent property for Marvel.
Yeah.
Like Thunderbolts, I don't know nothing about these damn Thunderbolts, Cap, but like I know Bucky, I know John Walker, I know our girl Ghost, and I know Yelena, and I know Alexi.
Yeah.
I know. So like there are characters I care about, and like that first trailer, like I love that first trailer. Like it feels almost James Gunnian in the way that they're teasing some character interpersonal dynamics.
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of rock with that. Like, that resonated more to me. And the song choice too. And I get it because this is kind of a period piece. You can't just throw in a popular piece of music to accentuate your visuals unless you go with something from the 50s. Like that's what they should have did, Ray. They should have got the ooh man. Close out the video. Fantastic Four. Like, bitch, I'm seeing this day one. Can I take my money, Fandango?
See,
They brought
that would have
ooh,
turned
man.
That would have turned your 3 to a 4.
That would have turned it to a 4 quick, right? Like they brought the ooh man out of retirement for this one. Feige ain't playing, but like yeah, I think like that. I don't even remember what the music choice was in the Thunderbolts trailer, but it just fit because it was like Yelena was talking to Alexi. What's up, Ray?
I think it was the Pixies. It was the same song as Orange Cassidy's theme song.
Yes, it is Orange Cassidy's theme song for those that watch AEW Wrestling, which is on as we speak. But yeah, like it because Yelena was talking about not being fulfilled and having a chat with her quote unquote father, Alexi, and it's just like it set the scene. And then like I love the way that trailer was cut. This one was a good trailer, but it didn't get me hyped like Thunderbolts did. Or it didn't get me hyped like even with Sam, like the first trailer when they showed Sam actually in the suit doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like going Mach 5, going supersonic, or when he did the little twirl and cut the car in half that Red Hulk threw at him. Like I'm like, oh. Like the only really like moment for me was that shot that you said, Britt, where you got Galactus looming over the Statue of Liberty. Like that's a great shot. But it's like everything else. I'm like, okay, I'm interested. You haven't lost my attention, but y'all better show me something else on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
And when I say something else, I mean Kendrick Lamar and the ooh man.
Oh, that would be fire.
I don't think Feige got that in the budget. like we can either have Kendrick or the ooh man, sir. I want both.
Hey I think somebody mentioned. I think I was watching this comedian Josh Johnson, and
he's good.
He is good. He was talking. I think one of his sets he was talking about Kendrick at the Super Bowl, and he was like, not only did he already win some Grammys, but Super Bowl halftime has their own, I think, production.
Yes.
And so it's like its own thing. So that could possibly be nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And then now that you bring that up, it was like, what did this brother win an Oscar? Man, all over.
And EGOT.
Oh my goodness. They're like, Kang, there seems to be a disturbance in the multiverse.
Now then they got to do a musical based on Not Like Us for him.
That's where I'm going. So we gonna have a musical, but in terms of him winning the Oscar, this gonna be the line, Ray. Be like, that's a disturbance in the multiverse. And then he's like, yes, don't you know, Kang? I'm aware of this. Is it a major disturbance? No. It's a minor. Credits. They not like Kang. Y'all ain't ready for this. Kevin Feige, put us on the payroll.
Put my Academy ballot in right now.
I mean, Kevin Feige, if you're gonna put me on the payroll, put me through an intensive workout routine, and I will be your Spider Woman. Hello,
Brittany and Monet and her Jessica Drew agenda.
My name tag. I don't know if I showed it to you, but my name tag at work is Jessica Drew. No, like it's a her painted on it. It's and it's,
Oh, I
it
thought
says
you meant your
Brittany.
name was Jessica Drew. I'm like,
No, it says
that is-
Brittany, and then it's like in her lettering, and then she's actually on it. So it's really
okay,
cool.
okay, that's nice.
Manifesting.
I'll give it a 3.5 out of 4.
Oh, thanks.
and I'll give this Arizona green tea a 4 out of 4 all day, Ray Williams.
I feel like I have one of those in my fridge because my mom buys them like every week. She goes grocery shopping.
I'm trying to drink less sodas. These are good.
I love the
like the cucumber one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Arnold
Arnold Palmer one is good too.
Yeah, Arnold Palmer one is good. They got a fruit punch that's good, but it's not as good as the other ones.
Because that one's more like juice than like the tea.
Yeah, shout out to Future Nefarious Media Network sponsor, Arizona Green Tea.
Hell yeah.
Only 99 cents. It's on the damn can, ladies and gentlemen.
And you know, not to like turn people into Karens, but if you go somewhere and they are selling it more than 99 cents, Arizona actually asks you to report the store.
Yes.
And let them know, because then they will get in trouble. So
yep. Your 7-Eleven, corner store, bodega, we watching. But yes, thank you for watching our first ever reaction. Again, like this is gonna be a work in progress. We working out the kinks for this, but this was fun, Britt. Like I said,
yeah.
had a rough day, but I was like, you know what? It's gonna be fun talking to Brittany and Ray. Talking to Brittany and Ray tonight. Can't gas Ray up too much. Ray Williams is the and Peggy of the Nefarious universe.
And Peggy. That's crazy.
But we love Peggy Williams on these streets. But any final thoughts before we go, Britt? Any thoughts about Fantastic Four or like what we've got coming up here in about 9 days? Captain America 4: Brave New World. I know you said you ain't gonna watch it, Brittany, but how you feeling about this man Sam Wilson on these streets?
I'm gonna go see it. Come on. I told y'all like I didn't want to see it for the political reasons with a certain character. But I also know how unfortunately the movie business works, and they're not gonna blame it on that character, even though countless of people that's why they're not gonna go see it. They're gonna be like, you didn't watch it because Captain America's a black man. So I have to go watch it just so that
more like Captain Woke. Am I right, guys? Like, what does that even mean? It's not even a joke. You just put woke behind Captain. That's a badly structured joke.
Captain DEI, guys. Is the DEI hired by Ross?
But I was going to say my final thoughts on the Fantastic Four trailers. I see those bear references.
Cousin
I see them
sneaking through.
I see them. I know.
I'm excited, man. I feel like Marvel has turned a corner. And here's the thing, Ray Williams. The media wants you to buy into this narrative that Marvel is trash. Marvel in the gutter. Marvel in the mud right now. But you could go back, and I've said this, like from the moment Endgame ended, every year, like, yeah, Marvel has put out more content, and not all of it has been to the standards that they set, Britt. But like they've never had a year go by without at least one banger, in my opinion.
I agree.
Like whether you're talking about Wakanda Forever, I think we got Wakanda Forever and No Way Home in the same year, or was that? I think that was the same year. No Way Home and Wakanda Forever.
Potentially.
Because Wakanda Forever was a November release. Because I remember going to the theaters a couple weeks before Thanksgiving to watch Wakanda Forever. And I want to say No Way Home was maybe their summer release that year.
That sounds about right.
So they gave us 2 bangers in that year. Somebody can correct me after the fact. Another banger, Deadpool and Wolverine. That was a banger. Another banger on TV, Loki. To me, season 1 and season 2 of Loki,
I love Loki.
was bangers. WandaVision up until that damn finale was a banger. Falcon and the Winter Soldier up until that damn finale to me was a banger.
Agatha all along, all the way through, banger.
Yes, Agatha all along was a banger. So like Marvel has given us some good stuff, but they've been giving us more good stuff, or more stuff in general. And so the hit rate is not going to be as high. But also it's like you're dealing with COVID and 2 back-to-back strikes. And so that, and then you got the Jonathan Majors thing that threw off a lot of plans. So there's a lot going on here. Secret Invasion was trash. Like that to me was like the biggest miss. But
yeah,
like that to me, there's a lot of good that Marvel's been doing. But this does feel, Britt, coming off of Loki season 2, X-Men, 97, Agatha All Along. We got Deadpool and Wolverine. We're rolling into Cap 4, which I think is going to be good. And according to Rich Fan, like it should at least, it's like it may not be one of these $1 billion movies, but it's going to at least make its money back, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Then we've got Fantastic Four. We got Thunderbolts. We got Daredevil.
Daredevil's before those.
Yeah, we got Daredevil. So like, there's a lot good in the pipeline for this man Kevin Feige, Ray Williams.
I agree.
He said, "Stop sleeping on me, Ray Williams." Those are his exact words. I read it on Variety.
Especially since they
that's Feige on the phone right now.
There it is.
You're like, Ray, is Ray talking shit again? Hey, no, I got this, Mickey. Let me handle this one. tell him what time it is, Cam. Ha ha. He'll learn not to mess with the mouse. Ha ha.
Oh, I already know.
Marcus can't save you this time. But this was fun, man. This was fun again. Like,
yes,
we're gonna do more of this stuff, and like y'all let us know what y'all think of it. We'll fine tune it again. Like, we'll see if this movie lasts to the morning. If Feige shuts it down, then we know we need to do something different next time. So, but until then, keep it locked here at Nefarious Media. We got a lot on the horizon. Next Monday, we will be having our Reaction Monday show after Super Bowl licks coming from New Orleans, Louisiana. So we'll have our immediate reaction Monday after the Super Bowl. The following Monday, I believe, we'll get the next installment of Styles Break Fights with Ray Williams and Chinyere Okafor. And right now, you can check out their latest episode as well as the John Pollock interview, which is up. And then the following week after that, fingers crossed, the Avengers Initiative may be returning. Now that's a teaser trailer, Ray Williams.
Indeed. 4 out of 4.
Then when we shut off the stream, it's just gonna be Jennifer Smith popping up. Like, damn, they about to hit us with a banger of an episode. But anything before we get out of here, Cap?
You know what? Okay, this is kind of related, kind of unrelated. Because it's about Sebastian Stan. That man deserves the Oscar that he is nominated for this year. I did watch the movie. I know a lot of people are kind of mad about it because they feel some type of way about the man that he is playing in this film. However, he did that thing.
Who did he play?
He played Trump.
There was a Trump movie out last year?
It's called The Apprentice.
Yeah.
What? Was this like released in theaters or was it a streaming movie?
It might have like a limited release.
Okay.
But
is it on Max?
We found, where did we watch it on? We rented it for like $5.99 or whatever on Apple TV.
$5 more than a can of Arizona iced tea.
It is. But he is so good in the movie.
So he's playing Trump.
Yes. Yeah. The Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes.
So is this like President Trump or is this like Apprentice era Trump?
This is like, I'm looking at it now. This is a 70s and 80s. So him.
Oh, so this is like New York 5 Trump.
Yeah, the real estate agent Trump.
He is so good in this movie. It's crazy. And then Jeremy Strong, who's also got a supporting actor nomination for the Oscars. They're both so good.
Brittany Monet. No, I see. It's all good in theory. It's all fun and games. I love you, my friend, but this is a terrible idea. We cannot let Sebastian Stan give him an Oscar for something else, but he cannot win a damn Oscar for playing Donald Trump because the very next day, not even the next day, that night, I want to thank Sebastian Stan for portraying me as magnanimously as possible. This movie is huge. It's going to be wonderful. Trump is going to use this as a springboard for more bullshit, Brittany Monet.
I will say, if you watch it, it kind of makes it highlights him descending into madness. Is the only way I can describe it. So,
was that supposed to be the clip of the movie, Ray? And you just showed me like a random ass car commercial that's not paying us?
It's an ad before the trailer. I had it playing before, but then of course.
But yeah,
why is Ray showing me the 2024 Corolla? Don't make no damn sense, Ray. But yeah, Brittany, I'm sure he did a fabulous job. We can't get Trump no more accolades.
I know. I'm trying to get through all of the movies, but I think he has honestly given the strongest performance out of everybody so far. I still have a few movies to get through. But yeah, he and Jeremy Strong really they're so good. It's crazy.
Let me hear his voice, Ray.
First rule is attack, attack, attack.
It's going to be the finest building in the city, maybe the country, in the world.
Rule 2, admit nothing, deny everything.
There's never been anything like this, of this magnitude, this quality. Ooh,
okay.
Cheese balls over
That's
here.
enough, right?
You want one?
Okay.
No,
that's enough. He is doing a good job, though.
He is really good in this movie.
We can't get this man no damn Oscar for no Trump movie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bucky. You one of my favorite Avengers, Bucky, but we can't do this, man. Wakanda will never let you back in if you win an Oscar for this, Bucky.
He was so good, though.
They're gonna take more than your arm this time, brother.
He was really good. I don't know. I'm sorry. I still have the Complete Unknown to watch. Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, I'm Still Here, Honora, The Brutalist, and I think there's one more that I need to watch.
A lot of movies I've never heard of, Brittany Monet.
Oh, for Best Picture,
Oscar, yeah.
Yeah. So we watched Best Picture, and then anyone who is in the acting categories who their movie didn't get nominated, we're also watching those. So yeah, I'm sorry, but he really did give a great performance so far.
I'm not quite on board with your with your wishes on this one, Gap.
I'm sorry, he was so good. I mean, yeah, sure, you could give it to Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, which Conclave is a great movie, but I feel like Conclave is more traditional.
Who's he up against?
Who? Sebastian Stan?
Yeah.
Ralph Fiennes for Conclave. I want to say, is he up against Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, which that's not available yet to watch, so I have not seen it yet. But I would say at least between him and Ralph Fiennes. Oh, and he's up against Timothy Chalamet for The Complete Unknown, which I have not seen yet.
Oh, Timothy Chalamet on these streets.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna give it to Timothy Chalamet, man. I already know. I ain't even seen the damn Bob Dylan movie, but I seen that commercial on ESPN 50-11 times. Ray Williams. That's the type of movie them Oscar folks love. Remember when we was young and Bob Dylan was playing music? This man Timothy Chalamet looks just like him.
Oh my god!
And that is his name, Timothy Chalamet. You ain't slick, brother.
Tim.
But damn. So Denzel didn't get nominated for Gladiator 2?
No, which was very surprising because I think he was really good. But yeah, so far those performances in that movie are top notch. Angelina Jolie got snubbed for sure. I watched Maria the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you solve a problem like Maria? It's something for everybody on these shows, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get out of here because this reaction is going way too damn long.
Yeah.
Married to the Real would be ashamed of us. Akasan and Real Rejects, they would look at us ashamed. They're like, our videos are only 15 minutes, and that includes a sponsorship plug, which y'all ain't got no damn sponsor. You ain't got to
It's us. It's always going to be 30 minutes longer than whatever anyone else does. You know us.
Nefarious Media Network. We longer and stronger than everybody else. That's a rather suggestive tagline. And on that note, we go call it a show. But yes, we hope everybody enjoyed the reaction to the Fantastic Four semicolon first steps. First steps to what? We'll find out. First steps to Kendrick Lamar is Kang. You heard it here first. If this happens, I'm taking the biggest victory lap ever. Like, this motherfucker Nate is a genius. Yeah, thank you to everybody watching live and everybody checking us out in the future if this video is still up after Mickey and the shooters get through with it. But want to shout out to super producer, former head of security for Top Flight Security of the world, Craig, of the world. And also, especially, give a shout out to Brittany Monet for this pity reaction that she blessed us with. I'm glad we actually was able to get this done, Cap. I've been looking forward to doing one of these, and this won't be the last one, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
And Jennifer Smith did say she would have done this with us, but she watched the Fantastic Four trailer like 4 times the day it came out. So there's that. But if you want more from us, subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to iTunes, subscribe to Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your media from, your content from. Nefarious Media, we are out here. Subscribe to the IG, subscribe to the TikTok. There's so many things that we want y'all to subscribe to. Patreon.com/Nefarious Media Network is where you can support us for $5. $5 gets you access to over 300 hours of bonus content. So for the price of 5 cans of crisp and clean Arizona iced tea, you can get over 300 hours of content featuring me, Brittany, Ray, Chris, Jenny, Steve, Willie, Andrew Thompson, Chinyere Okafor, and the rest of the crew. But yeah, this was fun. We'll do it again. I don't know when the next damn trailer's coming out. Like, obviously, we'll get some at the Super Bowl, but we ain't gonna do a reaction to that because I'm gonna watch the damn trailer while I'm watching the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. like we're not doing that. But whenever the next one is after the Super Bowl, me and Brittany will try to align our schedules, and Brittany will try to fight against her instincts. Yes. Stay strong for the benefit of the network. But we hope y'all enjoyed this. If you didn't, it is over now. Ray Williams, that was me giving you time to get everything ready for the outro. But for Ray and for Brittany, I am Nate Milton, and you know what, Britt? I think this is going pretty fantastic.
I say so too. Marvelously so.
Hit the button, Ray. Out, Ray.